Hi, welcome. If you don't know me, my name is Lotfi, and in this video I would like to talk about being smart. What does it actually mean? What is really smart? Of course, there are as many opinions as there are people on this planet, so you may totally disagree with my opinion, but I encourage you to listen anyway, because when we listen to other people's opinions, to other people's ideas, and they actually give some explanation, then it opens our perspective, broadens our minds. And most problems in the world are there because of narrow-minded vision, tunnel vision, narrow-minded people. And and mainly because some people think they're really smart. And then you have the smartness that is this. It means that people can react very fast to things and they can always outsmart others. And for some people that is really the thing to do. They feel good when they can outsmart the others. When they know more, some people keep sucking up knowledge as much as they can. And then they love to name facts and to know more facts than anybody else. And if somebody comes with an opinion or a theory, they know so many facts and they just grab any fact they can to throw it at that person's opinion so they can look smarter again. And this is mainly what intelligent people do. Intelligence is here. Smartness is different. Smartness is when you actually know how to go through life. Smartness is when you know how to act, react in completely new situations. And that's where intelligent people generally start to have a problem. When they get into a situation they know nothing about, with completely new parameters, they freak out. Smart people don't use this, but use this. And then they just know which direction to go. And some people call this connecting with the universal consciousness. And then some people say, doesn't exist. Science hasn't been able to prove it, so it doesn't exist. Wow. Okay. So if I take somebody who never went to school and I say, is E equal to M? Energy is equal to mc squared, and if that person cannot prove it, it doesn't exist. It's not true. No, that doesn't count. Oh wow. But you say science cannot prove something, so it doesn't exist. Yes. But science hasn't been able to prove shit. It's been able to prove just like this of the universe. And so many things scientists said, this is like that. They had to come back years, decades later and say, yeah, it's actually slightly different. But now we know. And lately I'm like, are you sure? Or is this just a new theory that you have managed to justify by some other theory, and then at the end, if you go back 5 to 10 theories, you find some formula that everyone agreed on. So this also applies when people talk about consciousness, about soul, and some scientists already have proven that after death consciousness doesn't just disappear. Science has proven that through quantum physics that we influence what we observe. We looking at something, we actually influence it. So there's so much going on that we really don't know about. Especially science cannot prove it. Especially when it comes to things that are more than three-dimensional. People already have trouble understanding 4 dimensions. Some people manage to get to 5, sometimes 6 dimensions, and then that's the limit. So what if I told you that there are 11-dimensional beings, there is an 11-dimensional existence in which there is plenty of stuff, like we have in our 3D here. Yeah, how to explain that? Does it exist because you cannot see it? Wow. If you're really intelligent, then you know that if you are living in a 2D world, 3D doesn't make sense to you, because 2D is flat and 3D is certainly, yeah, with volume. And there are many experiments with 2 and 3D, and they show you that, yeah, it's like when you have an object and you take it in the dark and you put one source of light and the object has a certain shape, and then what does it turn into? The object may be a flat triangle, but the object may also be a pyramid, but if you hold the light on one side, you will always see a triangle as a shadow. No matter what, if you take a sphere, it gives you a circle, a disc actually, which is 2D. A cube gives you a square, which is 2D. So it's just about perception. And if you can think out of the box. Where I'm going with this? Well, when people say something doesn't exist because they cannot perceive it, then they're acting out of fear, and it's their ego popping up. I admit that there are many things I do not know, and although I'm curious, I do not have a problem with not knowing many things, not understanding everything. It's fine, and I admit it. I do not have the illusion that I can understand everything and know everything. But some people, they really have that need. Because if they do not understand something, they go into fear. They feel stupid, or they are afraid of the unknown, like what kind of danger could it bring with it? Like if I would say there are 11-dimensional beings around us. What could these beings do to us? Maybe a lot, maybe nothing. Maybe they don't even care about us being so primitive in just 3D. It's for them, it's boring. Like some people are not in the mood to go to the 2D movie anymore. They want a 3D movie because it's more interactive. So, like people don't want to play 2D games anymore, they want 3D games. So if you are in 11 dimensions, then 3D is really like... That's like playing one of the first computer games with that ping pong ball going from one side to another, and just two plates, kicking it and going back. I mean, people thought it was super cool back then, but now they're like, seriously? People want to play something that looks like real and is moving and shooting from everywhere and flying over, and you have surround systems to make you hear the stuff coming from behind you, and people are even looking at adding smell to movies. So, yeah. True smartness is admitting that you do not know so many things, and not to be afraid of the unknown, but you're open to it. And in many cases, and I'm talking by experience, if you go in here, you can feel which direction to go when you have the unknown. You can feel if something is real or fake. You can feel if there is something behind that wall or not. You can feel if there is more than what we just can touch and smell and see and hear, feel. If you go in here, then you can connect with people on a completely different level. You don't care about their shape, about the amount of money on the bank account, about the titles they have or the responsibilities they have in companies. No, you care about the person inside. Who is the person in front of me? And you can feel good with the person. Or you simply feel like, not my cup of tea. I prefer to be around somebody else. When you connect from here, you connect on soul level. And I'm done with all those people who say, soul doesn't exist, we cannot measure it, and when somebody dies and we're gonna see how heavy he is, he's not lighter now, so there is no soul. Sorry, seriously? Does all energy always has a weight? Yeah? Are we measuring the heaviness of light now? I can get a scale now from the kitchen and hold it and put light. No. The needle is not moving. Sorry, I cannot measure it. It doesn't exist. I cannot weight it, so light doesn't exist. You could say that to a blind person. A blind person would say to you, hey, light doesn't exist. I don't see it. Nothing is visible. There is no vision. Because I do not have vision. It's only touch. And everything is one big dark place. I don't know, but there's really light. No. Go, I'll take you in the sun, feel. A source of heat is not per se a source of light, I will tell you. It's very funny the world we live in, on one hand. It's also very sad how limited people are. With their narrow minds, with their tunnel vision, they're like, I only look here, and they don't see what's out there. And I'm having many videos and articles on my website where I talk about things that are not fitting within a tunnel vision. So if you're curious, have a look around. And if you have been feeling that there is so much more going on and things are changing, but you cannot really put your finger on it, then you may want to click the link below and get notified when I'll publish my new articles about New Age kids, New Age children, New Age people. And I'll be going in depth on the different categories and also related subjects. Spoiler alert, it's going to be a lot coming. I'll be posting it in batches, because if I would post all 20 pages at once, there are not many people who have the patience to read 20 pages. But I'll give you a chance to read, to let things sink in, and after things have sunk in and you still have questions, you can contact me, and maybe some of the questions will be answered in the next articles that I'll be posting, and if not, I'll write an article or I'll make a video, or I'll simply answer you directly. Open your mind and you see more. And actually, you may start to feel much safer. You'll be less scared about what may happen or what may certain people do. You start to trust more from here and connect more from here, and your life will transform. That is true smartness. If you live from here. That's my opinion. You may have a different opinion. Go ahead. But if you resonate with what I just said, then I encourage you to keep following. Wish you a beautiful Sunday.